This is the high density Espalier Gardener, and I'm going to be showing you an update on my little mini vineyard. The last time I had shown this little area that I put together, I had 10 different kinds of grape vines. Now I have 14, and on the last video I didn't say what the dimensions were. On this one I would like for you to see just how much I have planted in a small area. I say high density because I'm putting a lot of different plants in a very small area, and that will be true for all of the videos that I post. Here at the end, but by the way, it's important to note that the grapes come out at different times so that you don't have all the grapes all at once. You have actually a nice long season of grapes if you get a good mix. Here on the end I have a Perlette, and the dimensions are from this post to this post. From the top all the way across is about 10 feet, and from here, this post, all the way to the end is about 20 feet. I'm going to be planting 3 more grapes that I have on the end, and they're potted still. At that point, the total area will be 10 by maybe 25 or 26. Anyway, I have the Perlette here. I have a Cabernet, and by the way, of the 14, I have a really nice mix of table grapes and wine grapes, and since I have no plans of making wine, we're going to have just a lot of table grapes, some seedless and some with seeds. Here I have what is called a blueberry grape. It has very strong hints of blueberry in it. It's actually a patented vine and very hard to find, but so worth it. They're delicious grapes. Next, I have a Merlot, and by the way, all of these are trained in the cordon style, meaning that, for example, just like I showed you with some of the other videos that I have, the vine grows up like this and then directly across, and that's considered the cordon style of Espalier, and a cordon style of grapevine training. And all of them, as you can see all the way across, all of them are trained in that same style. What I'm doing though is I'm doing a slight modification in that I'm doing from the base, I'm doing 1 row of cordon, and then I'm training it to have a 2nd row of cordon as well. And then, for example, I have nothing going this way yet, but this one, once it starts to grow out nice, I'll let it come up here, and then I'll start to train it along this wire. Okay, so next to the Merlot, I have a black Monukka, and the black Monukka is a purplish grape, delicious grape. Everything that I ended up getting I'm really happy with, because they're very, very sweet, very nice grapes. Here I have Zinfandel, and then I have a summer Muscat, and then red flame seedless. And this one, there are several that still are not throwing out little buds, but for example on this one, they're already starting to come out. This one is a Himrod. And by the way, many of these grape vines I found at Lowe's and Home Depot. They're like 25 bucks a piece. And for the amount of money that I've spent on these, I've already made my money back on the grapes that we have picked. This is a Thompson seedless here. And this is a Venus seedless, and the ones that I still have to plant are I have a Concord grape. This one is, that one, this one I'm really looking forward to see how it gives out the grapes. We haven't gotten grapes from these little ones yet, but this is called a Midgley's Purple, and the once they really get going, the bunches are like 12 to 18 inches long. They're super big. And then this one is an Autumn Royal, and what I'm going to do is these little buds coming out, I'm going to let them grow up. I'll choose the strongest, like I did with this one here, and then I will let that one grow up high, and I will do with that what I did with these. For example, here at the very bottom, I started training out the branches, but once they start to grow up, then you take and put it up to a certain point like that, then you start to train it, and then you can let the next stage go up, and then when they start to come out, then you start to train it from there as well. Okay, one thing that's really important, I had a little bit of trouble in the first year excuse me, because I was under the impression that you had to leave a lot of the leaves excuse me, but as it turns out, when you're doing high density planting, especially for grapes, you have to trim out a lot of the greenery. Otherwise, you start to get problems with white downy mold and rust spots, and it's just not nice. You can combat those with different things like neem oil and copper sprays that they have at Home Depot and Lowe's. But the best thing to do is just to prevent problems coming up. And so what I'm doing now is I let the vines grow out like this. I let them grow up nice up to a certain point, and then I take a look to see which ones have grapes and which ones don't. The ones that have grapes, I leave those, and the ones that don't, I trim them off, because the point is you have to let the air flow. You have to have a good amount of sunlight, and if there's too much overhang, or there's too many vines with the leaves on it with no grapes, then it starts to block off the sun, and then you have problems. And the grapes are too delicious, too nice to let something like that happen. So all of that stuff gets trimmed away, and I will post an updated video to show you again once all of the greenery is out and they're starting to throw off grapes, so you can see what I mean, how I keep it actually rather thin.